You'd think cruise passengers and cruise crew would get along effortlessly. After all, they're all on the same floating paradise, right? Wrong. To seasoned crew members, cruise passengers can be a chaotic mix of overexcited, underprepared, and already acting like they're at an all-inclusive resort. From dragging 4 oversized suitcases up the gangway to ignoring safety briefings with a cocktail in hand. Some habits drive the crew crazy. Here's what cruise staff really wish you knew before stepping on board. Let's dive in. 1. Overpacking. You don't need 6 suitcases for a 7-day cruise, a crew member mutters, for the 10th time that morning. Yet here they come. Passengers dragging garment bags, snorkel fins, full-size fans, and 3 outfits per day plus theme night backups. The result? Chaos in the cruise terminal. Oversized bags block security lines, slow down check-in, and cause elevator traffic jams once on board. In hallways barely wider than a buffet tray, wheeling your life's belongings becomes an obstacle course for everyone else. And when rooms aren't ready yet, mountains of luggage pile up in stairwells and lobbies. Yes, cruises call for variety, dinners, swims, excursions, but pack smart. Because no one wants to play suitcase Tetris at noon while sweating through the atrium. You're cruising, not relocating. 2. Flip-flopping. The cruise hasn't started, but some passengers arrive dressed for the pool. Tank tops, board shorts, and, worst of all, flip-flops. It might seem like the perfect vacation vibe until you hit the metal detectors or slippery gangways. Security staff cringe as flip-flops get stuck, fall off, or cause toe stubs on hard floors. Terminal tiles aren't tropical sand, and cruise ships have plenty of stairs, wet decks, and slippery spots. Plus, dragging heavy luggage in slides? That's a rolled ankle waiting to happen. Save the sandals for sea days. Wear real shoes through embarkation, because nothing screams first-time cruiser like tripping barefoot in a terminal while juggling a beach bag shaped like a watermelon. 3. Greetings. Can I meet the captain? A cheerful passenger asks. Mid-boarding, mid-security, mid-chaos. Cruise guests are used to formal nights, photo ops, and the captain's welcome speech. But asking to meet the captain during embarkation? That's not the time. Cruise officers are busy navigating schedules, safety checks, and sometimes international port logistics. The bridge isn't a photo booth, and the gangway isn't a red carpet. Sure, you might see the captain later at dinner or in the atrium, but walking up to the officer in charge while boarding is less charming and more awkward. So save the handshake for formal night. The crew will thank you, and so will the long line of guests behind you. 4. Roaming. You can spot them instantly. Passengers barefoot in the terminal, rummaging through bags in the middle of the hallway, snacking on pre-packed cheese cubes and grapes before they've even stepped on deck. On the ship, casual is normal. Wander, snack, explore. But in the cruise terminal or on embarkation day, that same behavior turns into crowding, tripping hazards, and delays. Staff have watched guests reorganize their carry-ons in front of the X-ray machine, try to hang wet swimsuits from railings, or block the gangway while looking for their lanyard. Cruise life is laid back, but not every space is a lounge. Until you're on board, keep it tight, keep it tidy, and save the wandering for the promenade deck. 5. Smells. Tuna salad, hard-boiled eggs, garlic stuffed olives. You'd think some passengers were prepping for a picnic in the terminal, not a luxury cruise. Cruise veterans love to come prepared, but some snacks should never leave the cooler. The problem? In tight waiting areas or freshly boarded cabins, strong smells travel fast. Want to snack smart? Choose clean, neutral foods, or better yet, wait until the buffet opens. Because when your bag smells like a fish market, don't be surprised if people start keeping their distance before you've even set sail. 6. Reclining. That's the sound of a lounge chair being shoved backwards, right into someone's legs or drink. On cruise ships, loungers are made to recline. But in packed embarkation lounges, show theaters, or buffet seating areas, not so much. Yet some passengers, fresh from their suite or spa treatment, forget there's a difference. They slam seats back without warning, during mealtimes, during safety briefings, or mid-conversation. The result? Spilled drinks, trapped purses, bumped knees, and silent frustration. Want to lean back? Look behind you. Give a little warning. Because you're not poolside anymore, and treating every chair like it's your sunbed isn't relaxing, it's just rude. 7. Booze before boarding. Cruise guests love their drink packages, but some try to get a head start. Water bottles filled with rum, mouthwash bottles suspiciously smelling like vodka, sunscreen that sloshes. Terminal staff and cruise security have seen it all. But unlike the open bars on board, cruise lines still have rules, and smuggling booze during embarkation is a fast way to get flagged. And even if it slips through, getting caught mid-cruise can mean your entire drink package gets revoked. So if the Caribbean is calling, great, but save the party for once you're actually on board, with a legal, freshly poured cocktail in hand. Because sneaky sipping? That's how cruise lines cut you off before you even set sail. 8. Standing. The ship docks. The gangway hasn't dropped, but suddenly everyone's up, stretching, grabbing bags, crowding stairwells like the ship's on fire. Why the rush? Because disembarkation feels urgent, even though it's usually not. Cruise crew have a process, but overeager guests often turn it into chaos. Standing too early clogs elevators, blocks hallways, and makes life harder for families, older guests, and those needing assistance. Worse, it delays everyone, not just you. Want to be first off? Fine, but do it the right way. Wait for your group, listen to announcements, and let the crew guide the flow. Because standing in line while the gangway's still locked just earns you sighs, side eyes, and sore feet. 9. Flashing. I'm Diamond Elite with Ocean Breeze Cruises. Someone announces proudly at check-in, waving a shiny loyalty card. But at the terminal desk, no one blinks. Because cruise status only counts once you're on board, not in the check-in line. Still, some guests expect priority boarding, VIP lounges, welcome drinks, even a personal escort to their cabin. The result? Frustration. And who gets the brunt of it? The check-in staff, who have nothing to do with that loyalty program. So yes, be proud of your cruise points. But until you're actually on the ship, you're just passenger number 842 in line 3. Patience gets noticed. So does entitlement. 10. Souvenirs. You can spot them from a distance. Passengers dragging overstuffed bags packed with sombreros, breakable figurines, coconut bowls, and at least one bottle of rum that's probably not sealed tight. Crew recognize the type instantly and brace for the moment they're asked to just help carry this. But if something breaks, they get the blame. Worse, some items aren't even allowed during embarkation. Decorative weapons, plants, or homemade drinks from a beach shack. If you really want to keep it, check it. If it really smells, leave it. No one wants the whole deck reeking of rum, coconut oil, and onion chips. 11. Selfies. The cruise hasn't started, but for some guests, the photo shoot is already underway. Selfies by the terminal sign. Selfies on the gangway. Some even set up tripods and block the line while changing outfits or rehearsing poses. Cruise staff understand the excitement. It's your vacation. But when you block foot traffic, slow down boarding, or create a bottleneck for hundreds of people, your perfect shot becomes a logistical nightmare. Want a photo? Snap it fast. No filters, no drama, no delay. Because the faster you board, the faster everyone gets to the sea. 12. Clapping like you're at the captain's dinner. Cruise passengers love to clap when the captain speaks, when the magician nails his final trick, when the waiters dance with baked Alaska. So it's no surprise that some erupt into applause during safety briefings or even while walking up the gangway. But here's the thing, cruise crew don't always love it, especially when it breaks the flow of embarkation or drowns out important announcements. It's not that they hate enthusiasm, it's just about timing. That joyful applause? Save it for the welcome show or when your bartender remembers your name, because clapping mid-boarding just makes everyone more stressed, not more festive. 13. Comparing. This line is slower than disembarkation. Why don't they serve piña coladas here? This lounge isn't half as nice as the atrium on my last ship. Sound familiar? Cruise passengers sometimes forget. You're not on the cruise yet. The terminal is a transit zone, not a luxury lounge. The staff isn't there to pamper. They're trying to get 3,000 people on board before sail away. Comparing check-in or muster drills to vacation moments only makes things feel worse. Ships are built for indulgence. Terminals are built for logistics. Save the reviews for the cruise, not the line to the gangway. 14. Crowding. You've seen it. The doors open, and suddenly it's a mad dash to the check-in counters, even though your boarding group hasn't been called. Cruise passengers bring that pool chair claim energy into the terminal, rushing to the front, blocking access, waving cruise cards like VIP passes. But terminals don't work like Lido decks. Early crowding just slows everything down. For families with kids, wheelchair users, and yes, even your own group. And once on board, the crowding continues. hovering near elevators, swarming the buffet before it opens, clogging up stairwells during muster. Want to win the day? Relax. Cruise staff notice the calm, organized passengers. 15. Demanding. Cruise guests are used to next-level service. Room stewards who fold towel animals, bartenders who remember your drink, buffet staff who greet you by name. But that mindset can turn sour fast if you bring it to the cruise check-in desk or embarkation zone. Can you upgrade me for free? Can someone carry my bags? Can I skip the line? I'm in a suite? Yes, cruise crew are here to help, but they're not your personal staff before you even board. They're managing thousands of passengers, tight safety protocols, and endless logistics. So while it's fine to ask questions, don't expect 5-star pampering at the security scanner. Save the special requests for once you're on deck with a cocktail in hand. 16. Blocking. The ship is ready to board. The line is moving, but then it stops. Why? Because someone's parked themselves in the gangway, digging through carry-ons for sunscreen, lanyards, or a fresh pair of flip-flops. Cruise terminals aren't designed for lingering, and neither are the cruise schedules. Unlike the relaxed pace of disembarkation, embarkation is go time. Staff are under pressure to board thousands of people safely and efficiently. When you hold up the line to repack your bag or untangle your boarding pass, you're not just slowing things down, you're creating a bottleneck for hundreds behind you. So yes, bring your cruise swag. Just organize it before you hit the gangway. Move fast, smile at the crew, and save the slow stroll for the pool deck. 17. Forgetting the basics. Where's my passport? Did I leave my charger in the terminal? Wait, my luggage tag. Welcome to Embarkation Day chaos, and cruise passengers have it down to an art. Why? Because they're juggling check-in, drink packages, spa appointments, and sail-away parties before they've even boarded. But when they show up scatterbrained, it's the cruise crew that has to clean up the mess. Delayed lines, blocked gangways, luggage gone missing. And unlike airports, cruise terminals don't have endless staff chasing after your sunglasses or your boarding pass. Your ship's schedule is tight. And so is the cruise patience. Want to start your cruise right? Before leaving the terminal or shuttle, triple check. Passport, luggage, cruise card, essentials. Cruise crew won't say it out loud, but they know when a frazzled first-timer hits the gangway, and they're already bracing for the drama. Love the cruise life? Then respect the process. Be prepared, stay sharp, and save the island vibes for once you're actually at sea.